Rhea Ripley on main eventing Elimination Chamber 2024. I was just like, wow, I can't believe that this is my life. Rhea Ripley reflects on having the opportunity to main event the 2024 Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Rhea Ripley reflects on having the opportunity to main event the 2024 Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. In 2024, the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event would take place in Ripley's home nation of Australia, with Rhea facing off with Nia Jax in the main event with the WWE Women's World Championship on the line. While speaking to SportsCenter in a new interview, Rhea Ripley reflected on the experience. It was absolutely wild. Just going back to Australia and having WWE go there, it was just such a wild experience. And being able to be on the show and just see my family in the front row and be the main event of Elimination Chamber, it was a dream come true. It really was. I don't even know how to really put it into words because it was just such a special night for me, and it was wild. 'Cause normally I'm so in the zone. I'm so Rhea Ripley, in that moment. But I remember doing my entrance and seeing my mom and my dad and my sister and my best friend and all the family and friends in the front row. And I instantly got emotional and just overwhelmed. But I felt so happy to be there surrounded by my Australian crew. Ripley was then asked if she wanted to seek out her family in the crowd during her entrance. Yeah, so I didn't actually know where they were sitting. I had a feeling that they'd be somewhere close, but I didn't actually know exactly where they were. But they were right there, bang in the middle camera side, and it was just as soon as I did my entrance, I was just wow, I can't believe that this is my life, and I get all my loved ones here to come watch this amazing moment. Ripley is currently scheduled to compete in the upcoming Women's Elimination Chamber match at this weekend's Premium Live event of the same name. You can check out how Rhea qualified for the bout here. Rhea Ripley shows off graphic injury after hard-hitting WWE SmackDown match. Rhea Ripley walked out of this week's SmackDown with a win, but not without a painful reminder of how intense the night had been. Her match against Julia at the Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida, turned physical fast, and by the end, Ripley was sporting a nasty black eye. A short while later, she shared a close-up photo of the injury, giving fans a clear look at the damage and sparking plenty of reactions online. Even with the swelling and discoloration visible, Ripley kept her tone sharp and playful. She tied her injury photo to a sarcastic birthday wish for Julia, turning a rough moment into something that carried her usual confidence. The post struck a chord with fans who were quick to weigh in on how brutal the match had been. Impact on Ripley's road to Elimination Chamber. The injury raised immediate questions about her status heading into the upcoming Elimination Chamber event. As of now, WWE has not pulled her from the lineup, which suggests officials believe she can still compete. Given the importance of the chamber match in shaping WrestleMania plans, Ripley will want to stay in the mix unless the injury becomes more serious than it appears. Her match with Julia lasted nearly 9 minutes and ended in a disqualification victory for Ripley, but the pace and impact of the exchanges were evident. A stiff kick during the bout is believed to be the moment that caused the black eye she later revealed. WWE has yet to specify exactly when it happened, but the aftermath was clear enough from the photo she posted. Ripley has built her reputation on toughness, and this incident adds another layer to that image. Throughout her WWE career, she has pushed through physical setbacks and stayed in central storylines. Fans are now watching closely for any update that clarifies whether the injury affects her short-term plans or simply becomes another battle scar on her path toward WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley makes shocking revelation that may surprise WWE fans. While Rhea Ripley has been in WWE for a considerable period of time now, she apparently still faces the same fear that she did when starting out in the company. Rhea Ripley started working in the Stamford-based promotion in 2017. Since then, she has risen to the top of the women's division and has held several titles over the years. She is the current WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, alongside Io Sky, in a partnership that is as entertaining as it is contrasting between the two stars. WWE star Rhea Ripley made a surprising comment recently. Despite her experience, the Eradicator apparently still feels just as nervous before matches as she did when she was a rookie. Speaking in an interview on ESPN SportsCenter, Ripley explained how earlier she used to have much more prep time before matches, which allowed her to hype herself up and become comfortable. However, now her schedules are much tighter, but she is still able to get into her on-screen character with a snap of a finger. I feel like when I first started, I made time for myself before matches. I would listen to music. I would get in the zone. I would have to pump myself up because I would be so nervous. Now, I still get nervous, probably to the same extent to be completely honest, but I don't really have time to rev up. I'm normally running around like a chicken without a head here in WWE. So by the time that my music hits, it's kinda just like, snaps fingers, I'm Rhea Ripley, it's time to kill, it's time to go out there and bring the brutality and win the match. Ripley is also set to appear at Elimination Chamber later this month, where she will face off against 5 other stars. Rhea Ripley wasn't warned about anxiety of being trapped in WWE Elimination Chamber pod. Is heading back inside the Steel this Saturday? However, it's not just the physical punishment of the WWE Elimination Chamber she's concerned with. Appearing on ESPN SportsCenter ahead of the February 28th event at the United Center in Chicago, Ripley revealed that no one warned her about the mental battle that she has to overcome while locked inside a chamber pod. While the brutality of the structure is obvious, the waiting game caught her off guard. Just how much your anxiety spikes being stuck in one of those pods, Ripley said. You go into the match and you know it's going to be brutal. The steel's not going to feel good on your body. But what you don't take into consideration is, if you're not the first two, you don't know how long you're going to be standing in that pod for. Ripley explained that the uncertainty creates a unique mental roller coaster. You have so much time to think and rev yourself up, and then doubt yourself and talk yourself out of it and then rev yourself back up. It's craziness just standing there, she said. Rhea Ripley prepares for second WWE Elimination Chamber match. Despite the claustrophobic build-up, Ripley insists the chaos is part of the appeal. That's all part of the game. I love Elimination Chamber. I've only been in one, and I had the time of my life. As soon as you get let out, it's time to wreak havoc. Ripley's first chamber appearance came in 2022, where she entered from a pod and was the penultimate elimination. She qualified for this year's match by defeating Lyra Valkyria and Ivy Nile in a triple threat bout on the February 10th episode of Raw. She now joins Tiffany Stratton, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Kiana James, and one of Io Sky, Kairi Sane, or Raquel Rodriguez. The winner earns a championship opportunity at WrestleMania 42. For Ripley, the Steel isn't the only opponent. Sometimes the toughest fight happens before the pod door even opens, history in the making as WWE icon Liv Morgan competes for first singles title at WrestleMania history in the making in Las Vegas as the city is calling for Liv Morgan as she prepares to make her #1 singles championship opportunity on the grandest stage of them all known to man at WrestleMania 42. And now, after years of resilience, reinvention, and near misses, Morgan will get a shot at Stephanie Vacker for the Women's World Championship in what should be a career-altering matchup. The bout represents a defining chapter in Morgan's journey inside WWE, where she has long been considered a fan favorite who rises to the moment. Now, with the stakes higher than ever, Morgan has the opportunity to shut up critics and cement her legacy with a signature victory on wrestling's biggest night. Liv Morgan's long road to a WrestleMania singles spotlight. Morgan earned that opportunity by winning the 2026 Royal Rumble match, one of the most physically draining events of the year, when she survived all other 29 competitors. Not only did the victory guarantee her a championship match at WrestleMania, but who she would challenge added drama to the element. During an episode of Monday Night Raw, Morgan confronted Women's World Champion Stephanie Vacker and the current Women's Champion Jade Cargill. Following a contentious confrontation, Morgan laid out her goals. Her choice of Vacker signaled that she wanted the ultimate test, one that instantly ramped up their rivalry. Morgan's road to this moment has featured tag team success, heartbreaking defeat, and steady maturation as a singles wrestler. Although she has been a champion before, this is her first ever singles title match at WrestleMania, a major milestone in the evolution of the one-time underdog who has rapidly become a genuine threat to be a main event pay-per-view. Stephanie Vacker stands in the way of history. WrestleMania 42 is about to get hot, and Stephanie Vacker is headed in as a cocky champion willing to do anything to defend her title. A hard-hitting and international pedigree performer, Vacker has quickly made a name for herself as one of the dominant forces since winning the Women's World Championship. Of late, Vacker has wondered if Morgan even has that killer instinct needed to succeed on the grandest stage. The verbal exchanges have turned personal, lending emotional gravity to an already high-stakes contest. For Vacker, a win would further cement her position atop the division. For Morgan, it would be the culmination of years of perseverance. Liv Morgan decides WrestleMania 42 opponent on WWE Raw. Liv Morgan has locked in her WrestleMania 42 championship clash, making her long-awaited decision on Monday night's episode of WWE Raw in dramatic fashion. Liv Morgan entered the ring alongside Dominic Mysterio, who introduced her with a list of accolades before inviting both Women's World Champion Stephanie Vacker and WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill to join them face-to-face. With her Royal Rumble victory, Morgan was expected to formally name her WrestleMania opponent.